I want to start this video by saying thank you to everyone who commented on my last video. I am actually making this video because someone commented on my last video asking about the Nanahoshi family and why we haven't seen anyone in Go Rush with that name. But we actually did see someone in the Nanahoshi family in Go Rush, and I'm going to explain in this video everything about the Nanahoshi family, so let's get into it. Let me first start off with Japanese culture. So with Japanese culture, there is different kinds of clans and family with different kinds of names, and also they were throughout different histories, there were different kinds of clans who took over different clans to make themselves a name. The imperial family was the highest family, just like if you're in England, you have the royal family, the king and the queen. However, in Japan, you don't have the king and the queen, you have a shogun and all these different kinds of titles. Even till to this day, those clans are still referred to in animes. For example, Naruto. If you look at Naruto, you can see that Atamaratsu is not just a move that Itachi uses, but it's also known for the goddess of the sun. Next, you have Susanoo, who is the god of the multi-faced deity associated with storms and seas. Then finally, you have Tsukuyomi, which is the god of the moon. So if you look at Naruto, every time when Itachi would use Tsukuyomi, you could actually see a big moon in the background. It could be red or white or whatever it may be. You could always see a moon associated with Itachi using Tsukuyomi on any person. When they were torturing Kakashi or whatever it may be, there was always a moon in the background. But that aside, let's go into Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s. In episode 41, Rino Nanahoshi actually stated that the Nanahoshi family have lived by serving other people for generations, and their pride comes from working in the shadows as supportive actors in other people's plays or whatever it may be. They were a supportive character. That's why Rain and Rino both supported Gakuto throughout the whole series, because their whole purpose or their whole duty was to just serve Gakuto, because they were just supportive characters and Gakuto was the main character. However, nowhere in that statement does it say a Nanahoshi family member has to serve the Sogetsu family specifically. There are actually other members throughout the series from the Nanahoshi family in Yu-Gi-Oh! 7, such as Nanahoshi, who is an antagonist in the series, who actually served the antagonist Yugioh Go. Then if you look in the background of Nanahoshi's family, you could see that there were actually members in the background who also were part of the Nanahoshi family. As you could see in different scenes, there were different characters as well. You don't have to serve a certain family. It's just whatever person or main character there is, they would serve. Nanaho actually used her power to manipulate people into help regain Yugioh Goha's power, because that was her only purpose. Her only duty was to make sure that Yugioh Goha actually regained his power. But Rain and Rino actually did the opposite. They would actually support Gakuto in different duels by holding his duel disc and holding his cards in his hand and having them draw the cards to his hand. But let me get into the connection between 7s and Go Rush. The only character in Go Rush that we see with the Nanahoshi family name is Ranran Nanahoshi, who is the head director of the MIK organization. If you look at her character or her characteristics, you can see that she's actually different from Rain, Rino, or Nanaho, because she's acting like her own character. But the only similarity she has between Rain and Rino is that they both use plant-based decks, but Nanaho actually used an insect deck because she's an antagonist, so I think that's what the main writers wanted to make her look like. Since Ranran is a member of MIK, what I think is she is her duty to support MIK as best as possible as the Nanahoshi family member, but we really can't make sure of that because it was never stated in the series, so we could just assume that she has her duties as the MIK director to support the organization. But that being said, it would be completely contradicted by Rino's saying, which is the Nanahoshi family works from the shadows and they take pride in it. But Ranran is a pretty much main character in MIK because she's a director. She's not a lackey or some person that is hidden. She's actually a person that would actually be part of the whole organization and be taking charge. I think we're not in a time period where there is a Nanahoshi family clan, because we still don't have any purpose from each Nanahoshi family member. We just see one person. Mostly what I mentioned just now is just speculation. So these are just my theories on what I think is actually happening in the series. If you guys have any other theories on what would happen, please comment below, because I do read the comments and I want to hear what you guys have to say, because I want to hear what you guys think. The only way I could actually know what you guys think is by you having to comment exactly what you guys think. In this series, it would be a lot easier to think that the clans weren't established yet because we don't see any wars. We don't see the family leader in a storyline of, oh, him helping to solve wars to prevent them by doing goofy stuff. Manabu actually rejects the whole technique of the Sogetsu family because he thought it was cruel. And because of that, we hear the pooch run away from him because he had no purpose or whatever it may be. I want to make a whole different separate video on the Sogetsu family and Manabu leaving the clan and how it will be linked to Sevens. But again, comment below what you guys think. But again, the Sogetsu family is already established. You already have the Sogetsu family, but Manabu left them. So he has to either change the whole family so that family could be passed down to generations, or it could be that Gakuto isn't an actual descendant of Manabu, but someone else. Again, we don't know where Gakuto's descendants come from, so it's very difficult to see how the series will turn out. Like I mentioned before, comment below on your theories in Go Rush and Sevens and how they're linked together, because I want to make more videos linking them together. Also, subscribe to the channel if you want to see your comment being responded to in the next video. I know someone who commented on my last video will definitely see this video, so you already know who commented on this video. So thank you so much. Also, if you want to push out this video to your friends, family, whatever it may be, or other members of Yu-Gi-Oh community, please leave a like on this video. Also, again, just comment, and I'll definitely get back to you guys. So I'll see you guys for our next video. Peace out, y'all.